Yo, welcome back to the channel. I don't know. Sometimes when I record, I got this feeling bubbling up inside of me, and I feel like expressing it on a video because just the internal dialogue I have is not a good use of my time, and I feel like transforming it into a video to where maybe this can be shared with others out there that are kind of going through this or can relate to some degree. But yeah, I I've come to the point through multiple trials of failure, self-reflection, despair. I don't know. It's a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to connection, relationships, women, and shit is getting ridiculous. Like hundreds of people have talked about this, but I can only share my personal anecdote and see if others have gone through that. I know for a fact others have. So maybe that's a rhetorical question, right? Thinking about, hmm, women doing behaviors that are not ideal. And I feel like I always have to preface it this. Guys do this too, but there's differences between men and women in how they interact with people and what society deems appropriate or not. I'm starting to come to terms that I may be single for a really long time. And that's okay, but that's not an overnight like acceptance of that being a thing. When I was younger, like 5 years ago, I'm 27, in like college and dating apps and stuff, I had some success. I wasn't just totally bricking, but we're at this time in life where if you're not top 15, like just really attractive looks wise, you can't get the foot in the door, you just won't be understood by people, and the juice is not worth the squeeze, and half the time you will be treated like utter garbage to the point of, is this even worth it? Should I just fully give up or back out and divert my time and resources to other things? It's a double-edged sword with women, I think, in my life. I've gotten great inspiration and motivation from them to where I've done workouts or YouTube videos based on it and have great sense of joy, but it comes from outside. And I use dating apps and corn to numb myself to my perpetual shortcomings with them and comparing myself to my friends that have long-term relationships or marriages. Maybe they got lucky. Maybe something in this life is just not for me, but I don't know if traveling, I've debated with it. I've saved up a good amount of money. I'm going to try to do like 90% aggressive investments and then 10% is, I don't know, travel money I'll save up. I'm grateful to have a job. Um, Good, healthy body, everything. Um, I don't know. Sometimes my self-esteem is here, and then it just, especially on rest days when I don't go to the gym, but my joints are all fucked up. I feel like I'm not contributing to society, or I'm not going at the rate I think I need to, and that's just a me problem. You know, it's all based on how you talk to yourself, the things you think, your perceptions on things, and a little story time here. But there's this girl I was talking with on Bumble. I think it started Wednesday, and I'm recording this on Sunday. and thought we had some good chemistry. I, in my opinion, looking back on it, I think I talked her ear off too much on text and didn't go with setting up a date. She's, I'm 27, she's 22, so 5 years younger than me. I see this with girls of all ages, but especially younger ones. I feel like I'm in just mega competition with other men that are struggling, so it's just a crapshoot. The You see the statistics and numbers out there. It's not in your favor. It's quite discouraging. And maybe I'm going too neurotic and analytical on how to resolve my dating problem. Maybe just live my life. But the day to day, like coping with not having too much female interactions. Because for me, I only work, go to the gym, play games with my homies, and then sometimes go out. Like, I got 2 events this week that I'm looking forward to, like going to a comedy show and then a LA Kings game with some friends. So I maybe need to start planning more of those things. I don't want to go with a victim mindset with these issues. Just doesn't really serve you well, that I've seen from other people out there. And whenever I've had problems in my life, I just want to solve them. I don't know. It's hard to like put into words. I don't want to sound like I'm just bitching and moaning and like, oh, woe me or whatever. I see other videos of people talk about this, so I don't think this is just a me issue. And going back to the story, like we're talking everything, connection's good. We're like talking about really deep stuff. And she's like, oh, I've been through a relationship that was like 6 years ago. I don't really, how on her profile is like intimacy without commitment and then like relationship or life partner. You know how those two things are so far from each other? It is so aggravating what you have to go through just to have like a legit connection with someone or feel like it's real. Friday was the last I heard of her. It's been about a day and a half. Asked about my day. Heard nothing. I'm fully expecting to be ghosted. 8, 9 times out of 10, I'm getting ghosted. Probably some other guy they found. It's not a fun time. It's not a fun time at all, and the juice is not worth the squeeze, and it's depressing to think about. Today, I was just kind of mulling over it. I didn't really feel like playing games or watching the shows I enjoy or stuff that I'm into because I'm like, how long is this going to be? Even if I do get further than I did with a girl, right, that I'm talking to, is it really going to lead to something that's fruitful, like meaningful? Will they actually love me for me? There's always the thing of like a girl cheating on you, being unfaithful, social media, just guys demon. Like every time I match with an attractive person and they kind of open up to me, like the stories this girl was sharing, it's like, yeah, I have guys stalking me. I got guys like blowing up my phone, da da da. And I'm like, oh my God, we live in two different worlds. I can't imagine dealing with that. That is awful. But that's my competition. And I feel like if my looks aren't getting me in the door and those experiences that women may go through, it's not going to happen. Maybe I just need a cold approach more in the gym or when I'm out and about or make more of an effort to do things. I don't know, like I don't have too many hobbies where I'm like, I need to go to a spot, do my thing, and then see people about. I'm thinking before I'm 30, maybe moving out. I'm just trying to save up money and really get to 6 figures in like investments before doing stuff that requires money. With women, I feel like financially, you're going to have to cough up money. That's just how society has things laid out with dating. And I've had my experiences. I've done the devil's tango, right? I've done the hokey pokey, whatever you want to call it. And it hasn't gotten better. I thought when I got older, like oh, women like older men, like you're more established or whatever. But shit, when I was like 16 or 17 and dating apps were still like a relatively new thing, I felt like I was great. And now I feel invisible, and it's just not a great feeling not being understood or people really giving a shit to get to know you after they match with you, express interest, right, on a dating app. Even people that live in my area and they're like, yeah, you seem, they'll just say crap just to maybe stroke your ego, but they don't mean it. And I hate people that are disingenuous. Like, just tell me the truth. Like, I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna flip out. I'm not ego tripping. Sometimes I'm like, people that, oh, I'm the best at this, da da da, repulses me. I'm like, get over yourself. We're all people on this planet, and that cocky attitude revolts me. And just like, really, really, dude, it comes from a place of insecurity and just you're spiritually and mentally bankrupt. You're not doing great there. I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but I know those things don't lead to something substantial, of anything of value that is something to write home about. So these are the things that are just kind of on my mind, and probably won't be the last video I make on this, but yeah, this one was kind of just eating away at me. And needless to say, I don't think that girl is messaging me back at all. So anything that she said there, I just kind of not going to take at face value. Maybe even the future. Have low expectations, right? But have high standards. I saw someone in a video that I was watching. I forgot his name, but it was pretty good advice. And who knows? Probably gonna be single until like I'm 50 at this rate, or 40. I don't know. You never know what life has in store for you, but in what, a glass half full attitude, I like my current life. I'm not like depressed about it. I like where I am personally. I want to share it with someone, but I don't think I've shared anything with a girl since like 2022 substantially that I like really liked and had her coming over and us spending time. So took that for granted. Sometimes I think about her from time to time, but then also I'm like, I cut it off. It's in the past. You gotta just put one foot in front of the other, so it doesn't really matter at all. And you, first day of like daylight savings, videos may be coming more in volume. I don't know. Lights out, making it more easy for me to record when it's not getting as cold in California, and gotta take advantage of this great backyard. So, as always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you felt like anything resonated here, let me know your experiences with dating and other things in the comments below. I always love reading them and responding to them and giving my input. It's cool seeing what others are out there experiencing, struggling with, or comments in general. Hate or love, I'll take it all. So, with that, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.